But the big sedan is a thing of the past. In the 90s, the XJ12, I mean, beautiful car, just a perfect sedan. Perfect sedan. I know they're a nightmare to own. Well, apparently that's what I hear. They're a nightmare to own. The maintenance is crazy. It's hard to get parts. But it's a V12. What do you expect? That's part of being a car enthusiast. If you want reliability, go buy a Toyota Camry. What good is shiny paint if nothing runs and you can't find any of the parts to fix it, right? Amazing. Chef's kiss. And now they're making pink Barbie mobiles. I mean, honestly, if it was the same exact concept, but if it had a V12 and if it didn't have the woke campaign, I think it would be great. It would be great. Strange times we live in, guys. Strange times. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is having a great day. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Everybody wants a new Jaguar now, or Jaguar. Jaguar, 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 Jaguar. Everybody gives me a hard time about how I say that, but you know what? I like to say it the way the Brits do. If you don't like it, I don't care. In my last video, I actually wasn't aware that Jaguar wanted to start competing with Rolls-Royce and Bentley and the ultra luxury, ultra high-end market. I wasn't aware of that. It just went over my head, or I just couldn't fathom it. I still can't really. Apparently that's what it is. And everybody loves the pink Type 00 or whatever it's called. All the journalists are raving over that car. Raving over it. I find that hard to believe, that so many automotive journalists like this car. How much money is Jaguar paying these journalists to say good things about their car or their concept car? Because we know it's not going to be exactly like that. Strange times we live in, guys. Strange times. It really is. But what this made me realize, what this new Jaguar campaign made me realize, is that, like many other enthusiasts now, I want a Jag, but I don't want a new one. I want one of the classics, one of the cars that I overlooked, that I always appreciated when I was younger. I appreciated them for sure, but for the last 12, 13 years, I haven't really been a fan of their cars. But I love the classics, the old XJ, the V12 one especially. In the 90s, the XJ12, I mean, beautiful car, just a perfect sedan. Perfect sedan. I know they're a nightmare to own. Well, apparently that's what I hear. They're a nightmare to own. The maintenance is crazy. It's hard to get parts. But it's a V12. What do you expect? That's part of being a car enthusiast. If you want reliability, go buy a Toyota Camry, right? I came across this amazing XJ12 blue metallic paint with 18-inch XKR wheels on it that sold on Bring a Trailer a little ways back. I'm gonna put the pictures up because you guys got to see this. It was so nice. Such a beautiful sedan, a proper sedan. Just, man, I want one now. I love those cars. This new campaign has really made me realize how much I appreciate some of these classics that, yeah, they don't come in manual transmissions. Yeah, they're not corner carvers. But the big sedan is a thing of the past. The luxury sedan is a thing of the past, unfortunately. And I want one now. I want one bad. But I bet you collectors are going to start buying them up. People are going to start fixing them up, because that's what people think of when they think of Jaguar. They think of the XJ sedan, the supercharged XK that came a little later, the supercharged V8, beautiful car. I want to say that ended around 2008 before the major redesign. Again, Jaguar experts or Jaguar experts, please comment. Feel free to correct me, because honestly, I don't know as much about Jag as I do some of the other brands. It is windy as hell today. I mean, it is so... We have like 40, 42 mile an hour winds. It's crazy. And I just grilled some burgers, and I tried the South Chicago Packing beef tallow, Wagyu beef tallow spray for the first time. Amazing. Chef's kiss. I should have filmed it on the GoPro before coming out to do this, but I forgot all about that. I wasn't thinking about that at the time. Anyway, Wagyu beef tallow spray. You got to try it if you haven't had it. Good stuff, good stuff. The other Jaguar that has caught my attention is the one that I forgot about, the XK8 and the XKR, specifically the XKR from the late 90s, early 2000s. They made the supercharged 4.2 liter in 2006 or 7, I believe. We'll put some photos up. Man, I want one of those. Those are so nice. Those are the type of cars, I mean, I don't like the brand enough to where I want to have one and keep it forever, but I'm thinking I need to just splurge and get the 12 cylinder. I think I need to splurge and get maybe one of each eventually. And they don't have to be concourse level cars, just, you know, average condition, good condition, running really well. I'm more concerned on a car like that the mechanics are in good shape, more so than I am the paint and the interior, because parts are expensive, parts are hard to find. So I think when you're looking for a British car like that, even more so than the paint, you want to make sure that the mechanical condition of the car is top tier and that everything is working properly and everything has been serviced. What good is shiny paint if nothing runs and you can't find any of the parts to fix it, right? But what am I missing here? What is the best year for the XJ? Do you like the original ones from the 1960s? I do believe in the 70s, when it got the V12, it was the fastest car, or the fastest sedan in the world at the time. And also it was considered to be one of the better handling cars in the 1970s. And now they're making pink Barbie mobiles. Pink Barbie mobiles, acting like they're so original and not copying. They're just copying straight out of the woke mind virus playbook. That's what they're doing. They're copying everything. These wokesters, man, they're a bunch of groupthink. You know, they all think the same and act the same, and they're obsessed with race and gender. And everyone's a racist. Everyone's a racist, you know. No, thank you. That's why a lot of us, let's get for real, that's why a lot of us don't like the campaign that they went on, because that is the direction it's going in. Thanks to that campaign, I really see people getting into the vintage Jaguars, the classic ones, the cars from the 90s that we couldn't afford. When I got my license in the 90s, yeah, that wasn't happening. I wasn't getting a Jag or anything like that. But now that they're more affordable, the only thing is they're hard to find. It's really hard to find really good condition V12s. Apparently the 95 and 96 models are the best ones to get, the most reliable, the best built. Good stuff, man. And the series before that in the late 80s, I believe, was Pininfarina designed. Man, Pininfarina design, I mean, from the 80s, you can't beat that. In the 90s, man, take me back, man. Take me back. No, it's all good. And look, if you're a wokester and I offended you, work on yourself, because I'm going to offend you even more next year. Back to the journalists, though. They have to have been paid off. I mean, why are they not speaking their minds? Like, I was listening to Harry's Garage, Harry Metcalf. Love the guy, big fan of his. One of the original automotive YouTubers, and also before that he started, was it Octane? I forget the name of the magazine he started. I read that magazine religiously when I was a kid, so I should know the name of it. It wasn't Octane, was it? Octane magazine? I'm losing it, man. Anyway, Harry Metcalf, Harry's Garage. Brilliant guy, he's been around forever, knows everything about cars, especially vintage cars, the British cars. He had a lot of good things to say about it. But, I mean, that is his job, and I imagine Jaguar invited him, so he can't just bash it. I get that. I get that. If you get invited, if you want to keep getting invited to these events, then you can't openly bash something. But I would still like to know what they really think. I mean, honestly, if it was the same exact concept, but if it had a V12, and if it didn't have the woke campaign, I think it would be great. It would be great. That's the problem. It's the weird campaign. Men wearing dresses and all that stuff. I mean, that just, why? Start your own car company for trans people. I don't know, guys. But I'm definitely having a craving for a vintage Jag. What do you guys think? XKR 4.2 liter 2007 or 2006, I should say. The tail end of the XK100. Should I get one of those? Or should I get an XJ? What is going on? My Amber Alert. Or should I get an XJ12 with the sedan V12, which would be hard to find. Would probably be easier to find the V8 or definitely an older 6-cylinder. Look, and if I do get one of these, I'm not going to keep it for a long time. I'll keep it for 6 months or so, have some fun with it, detail it, take it to a few cars and coffee, take it to a few events, and have some fun. It's going to be really interesting to see, though, the future, what happens. Are other automakers going to follow in Jaguar's footsteps? I don't think so. I mean, can you imagine if Porsche or Ferrari did this? Like if Ferrari's says, I mean, that'll never happen. At least I hope not. I mean, there was a time when we thought Ferrari would never give up on the naturally aspirated V8 and the naturally aspirated V12 and the gated shifter, and they walked away from all of those things. Anything is possible in this new world that we live in. Anything at all. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing. You kids today just don't know, man, because there's so many luxury and exotic cars now. But back in the 80s and in the 90s, you had a handful and that was it. And so the Jaguar XJ series was the executive car. If you had that car, you were somebody, especially the V12. It was either that or the BMW 7 Series or the Mercedes S-Class. That was pretty much it. You did not have all of these cars. You didn't have SUVs, for one. An SUV back then was a Ford Bronco, a Chevrolet Blazer, a Jeep Cherokee. That was it. The X5 came along, and the Mercedes M-Class were some of the first luxury SUVs. They came later, I want to say in the mid to late 90s. Comment below when the X5 debuted, because I can't remember. I want to say 97. I think I was just about out of high school when it debuted, but I can't remember. And part of the reason I think that Jaguar hasn't been nearly as successful as they used to be is because of SUVs. Because Jag was the luxury sedan for the executive. Not the guy that's being driven around in the Rolls Royce. The guy that works for him, and that's a C-suite. That was his car, you know, or the doctor, or the dentist. It was an attainable car for anybody who worked hard. Could get it. If they worked hard, put some time in, they could get a Jaguar. It wasn't at that unattainable level of the Bentley or the Rolls Royce. And now they want to compete with that, so we're going to see how that goes. Good luck with that, Jag. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you next time.